welcome to another Fiberific live craft and chat. This week's going to be just a little bit different. We are going for 1 hour instead of 2. So if you're watching the replay, you're not missing out on anything. I've got an appointment I couldn't change, so I've had to shorten our live stream, which you guys know how much I hate doing that. So I'm just going to open up the comments here. The chat was going, we've just changed over. There's been some time zone changes in Australia. Mine hasn't changed, but some of the other states have. So there are lots of people jumping in and out and in and out. So we're here now. We're here now. Welcome to everybody who is in the chats. I'm just having a look. There's lots of weather chatting, so that is good. Jennifer Baker, where has the week gone? I know. It just every week, it just disappears, isn't it? It's like Friday before you know it. Francis said, awesome. I thought I'd missed you. No, Francis, it was just time zone changes have changed some things. So a bit of something to get out of the way to start with. So if I'm a bit distracted today, guys, I need you to understand why. Okay, so there's a couple of things going on. One of them, and the biggest, is Louis went in for his open heart surgery today. So, I'm getting emotional. The vet said that it all looks, very positive and that he should be a very good candidate for a full recovery, all that kind of stuff. They do a little bit of butt covering just to double check that, things could happen during surgery, which could happen even in the simplest surgeries. But so he is going in today. He's got a little, we thought it was just a basic valve defect, but after speaking with the vets this morning, the specialist who is doing the surgery here, it's basically like when they're a puppy, there's like an extra vein that runs from the lungs to the heart, and then when they're born, that's supposed to disconnect or something like that, and his didn't. So he's got too much blood coming from his lungs going to his heart, so they're gonna stop that. So yeah, so he is having a little bit of open heart surgery today. He's supposed to be home tomorrow or Saturday, and somehow we're supposed to keep that little rocket from running around for the next 4 weeks. So Tim is currently out shopping, looking for dog enclosures. So he's found a couple that he likes the look of, and now he's just got to toss up and choose which one he is going to get. So Louis is all at his, Louis is this strange dog who loves going to the vet. And I think part of that's because he has vet days with Abby when she goes to work. They're allowed to take their pets with them. So he goes and has play days at the vet. So as far as he's concerned, he's having an outing, except for some reason he's not allowed out of the cage as much. So it will be very, very funny to see how he is when he gets home. And I can tell you, he was not impressed about not getting breakfast this morning. He was dragging us all to the kitchen and then digging in his bowl like, hello, something's happened, there's missing, get the things. I can't even find if he normally drags the dog food bag to us if for some reason he is hungry and he feels that we're ignoring him. Except we'd moved those as well, so he couldn't accidentally crack it open and just feed himself on the floor. So I'm a little distracted by that. Also, 2 doors down, they're doing some construction work, and it's very loud. That it's only in parts, but because they're removing a Besser brick wall, they've got to get the jackhammer out every now and again, so that's very loud. So hopefully you guys can't hear that, but if all of us sort of look up, that's probably why. You guys are beautiful in the chat here. So yes, it's a big week here. It's a big week. Yeah, poor thing. He should be okay. Like the prognosis is will be good. It's supposed to be like a good thing after it. So we've just got to get through this. We've had to do some money shuffling and stuff. This is expensive surgery. This little doggy, he is, now that we consider him the bionic dog. Tibble's the bionic cat and Louis the bionic dog. Oh wow, I had to sedate our pup for 2 weeks after her surgery because there was no slowing it down. That's what we're concerned about. That's what we're really concerned about. My dog will chase my cat if the cat is clawing up the furniture. That's kind of good, right, though? So thank you, Stacey. I appreciate that. Okay, so in good news this week, in good news, I got to the next color in my queen. I'm now in that middle color, the actual middle color. So I'm on to chart 3, which is this middle panel. And when I first started it, I'm like, it's not different enough. It doesn't contrast enough. Oh no, what do I do? And then I went through and I had a look at a lot of the photos of all the completed ones, and that's normal. Calm down. So it was totally normal. So I've got that to work on today during the chat. I do have tea. Tim was, like, when I got everything organized, Tim was going to be bringing me as a wrappers, but he might not make it in time now, and I might just run out of beverage. I wanted to share some things with you. Now, I don't have links, so you might have to go hunting. But Tea for Talia, who makes our beautiful tea, let me just double check. There we go. Tea for Talia, that banner was up from last week. She has released her advent calendar. So if you would love to try just one serving of 24 different teas, then this is the way to do it. You can choose between a tea bag or loose leaf tea. It's your choice, whichever you prefer. And it comes to you in a box with a couple of little extra goodies and what have you in it. A little notepad for tasting notes. So you can work out at the, which ones you liked, which ones you didn't like. And that's how I got a couple of teas from Natalie first. And then I got this Advent tea box, and then I was just like, oh my god. And there were just so many more that I knew I'd like. There was a couple I wasn't a fan of. I don't like smoky tea. I know some people really love it, but my brain instantly equates it with your asthma's going to play up, so I panic when I drink it. So yeah, it's one of those things, but you're definitely worth going and checking that out. And the other thing is Claire is in another pattern bundle. So I know it feels like we only did one a couple of weeks ago, but she has another one where she's in, and it's a snuggle bundle. So if you check out Crochet with Claire, her Facebook page, her Instagram, I think she's plugging it everywhere. So if you go and check out Crochet with Claire, formerly Bob Wilson 123, she's got pattern in a new snuggle pack, and it looks amazing. To me, it looks like more things I would use than the fall one, which I was like, I didn't end up getting the fall one because I kind of looked at it and went, oh, it's not really me, but the snuggle one, yeah, I'm in. Okay, so yeah, it's hard, Ruth. It's hard when we have to say goodbye to our fur babies. We lost 2 in the last 2 years, so it's been a hard run for us. John, that's very funny, but I am not showing that on screen. Yeah, so let me go here to our top down. So see how it's only a bit different. That's not the camera. It's just a bit different. So I was really worried about it, but it looks really, my neighbors have decided to go out. And when they decide to go out, they need to rev their car for 20 minutes first. So sorry, I can't do anything about that. So I'm just going to sit here and crochet. My arms aren't that red. I've been really struggling with the white balance on this camera this morning. So, these colors look right. I don't. It's just me. It's just my skin. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No, my arms are not summer. I'll see if I can just do something. Let's see if there's something I can do. There we go. It dulls everything down a little, but that's more like what my arms. This is more like what my arms actually look like. Let's find a happy medium. There we go. I mean, that's doable. All right. So, what have you all been working on this week? I'd love to hear. Let me know in the chat. What have you been up to? This week disappeared very fast. We had a public holiday on Monday. Over the long weekend, I managed to get in a few rows, obviously, because I got to the new color. But I just sort of hung out with the fam and just did fam stuff over the long weekend. Is there a glow in the dark mode? I don't know, but I practically need that. I practically need that. Oh my gosh, Kathy. Thanks for the reminder. So if you guys don't follow Fiberific over on over on Instagram, you're missing out. You're missing out on all the goss. Because yesterday, not yesterday. The night before yesterday, I had a video call meeting and that ran till 10:30-ish, 11. And I'm just going to go to the other camera because it's a story. It's story time. And I just grabbed my coffee cup on my phone and went inside and locked the door. Because normally when I have these meetings, all I have with me is my coffee cup, my phone, so that I don't have to carry a ton of stuff inside. So, done that, no problems, didn't think anything more of it. Next morning, I'm looking for my handbag to do the school run. And I'm like, does anybody know where my handbag is? And Tim was like, last place I saw it was in the shack yesterday. And I was just like, oh no. Oh no. That's no, please tell me someone has seen it since then. Because what had happened is I had to go out and then come back in, and I was doing some training. And so I ran into the shack, threw my handbag down on the couch and just jumped online and got here just in the nick time. So I was like, phew. But when I went back inside later, I forgot to grab my handbag. And in my handbag was my shack keys and my house keys and my car keys and my wallet, all the things. So yesterday morning, I've taken Abby to school and I've come home and I had to wait for a locksmith to come and pick the lock to let me into the shack. Now, I do have a spare key for the shack. There is a spare key, but I lost it about 3 weeks ago and I have not been able to find it. And we've been searching high and low. Like, I thought maybe it went through the washing machine because sometimes I just throw it into my pants pocket and it's just a little key on like a single loop. It's not with a pile of stuff or anything. It's just by itself. So hunting, can't find that either. No, not a blacksmith. I posted on Twitter a blacksmith, but no, it's a locksmith. Whoops. But yeah, so I had to get this guy, and what's really funny is it was the same locksmith who came out. Do you guys remember when I got locked in here? Something happened to the door bolt, and that door doesn't actually have like a locking mechanism. It has like a lock bar across the front that you put padlock on. So the actual door handle doesn't have a lock, except we couldn't get the door open. And I'm like getting angry at Tim and Abby. Have you guys messed around with my door? Have you swung the bar on the back? Let me out. Anyway, Tim's like trying to pull from the outside. So this guy had come around. That was an after hours call. At least this one wasn't after hours. So it was the same locksmith that came out when I was trapped inside, and he's come in and he's like, weren't you stuck inside last time I was here? And I'm like, yes, I was stuck inside last time. Anyway, so he managed to get the lock picked and got in, and I ran in and double checked my handbag was in here. And then I've gone inside and Tim's gone, wouldn't it be funny if your spare key was in your handbag? And I'm like, I wouldn't put it in my handbag. That sounds stupid. And he goes, I'd have a look. And I was like, okay. So I emptied out my handbag, and right down the bottom was the spare key. So I had locked both keys in the shack yesterday. And so, yeah, so that was my day yesterday. That's how my day got started, was sitting out on a little chair with my phone, doing things with my phone while I waited. So, yeah, that was how my day started yesterday. My locksmith does not have a frequent flyer card, although he jokingly said he was thinking about getting one just for me. Yeah, at least I was on the outside this time. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, progress. I was on the outside. Yep. Oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna have a quick look. Lots of you put in what you are working on at the moment. I want to have a little look. Oh, Jackie made it. Jackie, you're awesome. Jackie's popped in my Instagram link there. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to go and fix that. Jancy's working on the part 12 of her Charlotte. IG 5000 AU is working on the Betwixt Shore from Amber O'Brien. Doesn't Amber just make the most beautiful things? Francis is working on a scarf with some weaving, just finished the main part and about to cut it off the loom. I'm always worried when I've got to cut it off the loom. Always worried. I've now, and just as a side note, when I found the little key, I've now shoved it on the biggest key ring I own. And it's a pink Converse. So now it's like, it's a thing. It's hard to lose. Yes, the spare key is now somewhere not in the shack. Absolutely it is. Game Widow's working on some Notions pouches. Jackie has finished the cardie. She's going to pop some photos in the fun zone. Awesome. All of you, I would love for you to go and throw photos of what you're working on over in the Fiberific fun zone so we can all ooh and ah over it. Brian's working on his band blanket. I always check what that is, but that's the Celtic throw. Is that right? I'm probably wrong. I can't remember. My brain's a bit fried. I'm knitting mitered squares for a blanket. Jennifer's making another love note with color work dogs where the lace should be. Oh my gosh, that sounds adorable. Finished the Better Together Afghan by the Crochet Crowd the other day. Happy Artsog noises. Oh, awesome, Artsog. Working on Ophelia Talks Crochet Lizzie Cal. Oh, that sounds interesting. Hang on. I just saw an ad on Insta for gin with floaties, like a snow globe. Is that like there's booze that you buy with like the gold flakes in it? I don't want floaties. I just want good booze. John says I'll post a picture in 5 more days. You're still in Facebook prison. Jackie has popped in a link to the fun zone. That is my gate. I'm really hoping it's Tim. I don't know. I think it is. The Celtic cable throw. See, I was close. John. I'm just listening. It is. It's the X-Trail coming in. So that's Tim back. Maybe he did bring me my drink. Oh, fingers are crossed. Still working on the Ron Strong blanket. Lisby has finished her beanie from her first hand spun. Congratulations, Lizzie. Are you happy? Are you happy with it? You guys are working on so much stuff. Doing some Tunisian face washes. Oh, hey, Freaky. Stacey is cross-stitching while she's listening. Steph is working on a Catherine's wheel. Gosh. I'm doing some spinning, taking a break from the weaving. You need a webcam outside, point at the gate. I mean, that would be clever. Some sort of security would be good. I mean, what have I got? I got this one. Hello. And I've got the double. So, but yeah, I mean, how hard? Like, I could totes get. Do you know what? I've got one. I've got a spare inside. It's a rubbish quality one. Total rubbish. Do I have a spare input? I'm sure I've got a spare input. I could add in a fourth camera just so we can all spy on who's at my gates. Oh no, the pom-pom felted when you washed it. Stupid pom-pom. Oh no. Game Widows has just finished up a secret squirrel project. Awesome. Kim needs some home security to see why I agree. You need, yeah, absolutely. Still knitting on my jumper, and the granny square jumper for the niece should really pull out my queen, but so addicted to playing Stardew Valley. That's a thing. Every now and again, I just have to uninstall Stardew Valley because it's such a fun game that I can't have it on my computer or I'm tempted. Hang on a second. Oh, there's a delivery. Thank you, honey. This is my current. He's giggling.
Can I show brands on this?
Yeah, it's my YouTube channel. This is my current favorite summer drink. It's from Zarafas. Free plug for Zarafas. Good job. And it is lychee and mint iced tea. That's delicious. It's very sweet though, but delicious. I have to have some more of that. Too funny a spy cam. Yeah, absolutely. Tim the T-Man. Yeah. I don't think I could uninstall the game. Oh. I mean, you keep your save files so that when you reinstall it in a week or two, you can still go back to where you were in the game. But it just means it's a lot more effort for you to jump on. Lisa is using up leftover cotton from other projects and making face washes for Christmas gifts for the Bam Bam. I love that. Paper straws. Do you know what? This isn't paper. I don't know what this. Oh no, it is. It's not a standard plastic, but it's not like the Dodge paper straws that disappear before your drink's finished. Mint and lychee. For the beveragino, mint and lychee. It's basically cordial. They call it iced tea, but I think it's just a cordial. But it's very nice anyway. Okay, back to what we were doing. Totally distracted. Totally distracted. Okay. By the beveragino. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Where am I up to in the pattern? I just realized I didn't put my little color lights on in the background. That's sad. My little fairy lights aren't on. Should I go and put the fairy lights on? Yeah, Jackie, exactly right. So worried about our plastic straws. But I think the difference is that the plastic straws are killing animals, whereas the plastic cups don't tend to kill them directly, if that makes sense. It still goes soggy. Oh, okay. I normally drink these a bit quick, as you've probably seen. The plastic cup can be recycled, but the straw can't. True. There's lots of different reasons why they do different things, and I'm always perplexed and confused by it all because I'm not a scientist, but I just hope that they really are recycling them and not just squishing them up and sending them off to another country to be dumped on their shores. I saw a terrible documentary about, I want to say Thailand, where Australia and other countries are paying nothing, basically, to just dump the recyclables there. And some of them are being recycled, but not everything that's in there can be recycled. So yeah. Potato. Why are we saying potato? Potato. Straws jam the machinery, possibly. I don't know. I don't know the logic behind it, but I don't get to make the rules. Thailand, Indonesia, all the Asian countries. Yeah. Are you guys picking on how I say lychee? Is that what's going on here? Banana, lychee, potato, tomato. What other things do we say? Because I've heard people say lychee before. I know it took me ages to work out what they were talking about. So yeah. So do you guys want me to put the fairy lights on? I don't know if I mentioned that I forgot. I know I mentioned I forgot to turn them on, but you guys haven't told me if I should go over and turn them on in the background there. In the background. Okay. I am trying to keep an eye on the time as well. just because I do have to run away early today, guys. I hate doing that, and I really try very hard to not book anything in on Thursdays because I don't like to feel rushed. I don't like to feel like I have to I don't like to feel like, you know, I'm missing out and hangout time, but today could not be helped. Lychee and lychee are both accurate approximations of two Chinese dialects. Okay. All right, because lychees are they're a fruit that came from China first. Is that right? I don't know. I love them a lot. We would never pick on you. We love you. Yeah. And then Freaky, I thought it was because we love her that we poked the bear. Yes. Like, this is the thing. You all do this. Also, my husband and my daughter. So it must be a love thing. It must be a love thing. My husband, look, you know what? Okay. I do this thing every now and again. And it's one of the when Jag's on, right? And I've stopped doing it now, but I must have done it a few times because now Tim and Abby do it to me all the time. But if Jag's on, because we like to watch Bondi Rescue, if Jag's on before that, I must have at some stage said, hey, do you guys know that NCIS is a spin-off of Jag? Because now every time it's on, if it's not Tim, it's Abby, they go, hey, Dad, did you know that NCIS is a spin-off of Jag? And then Tim will be all like, no, Abby, wow, I didn't know that. So, yeah. Worst friends. You guys are all there in the same bucket with worst friends. Lychee, Chinese fruit. It is a Chinese fruit. I thought it was. Yeah. The Boost Juice lychee. I don't think I've tried it. I should try it. I pretty well tried the lychee drinks everywhere because I love lychees. I even like getting those aloe vera drinks with like lychee and aloe vera. Claire, you forgot to change your alarm. Oh my goodness. Worst friend ever, Claire. We were talking about your new pattern pack earlier. You missed the plug. Just saying. You missed it. Melissa has finished her queen. Yay, Melissa. It looks fantastic. I love how your queen looks, and I like the edging that you chose, and it looks awesome. Here we go. Kirby's got some science for us. Straws don't get recycled because of the type of plastic they're made of and being too light to travel on the conveyor belts and getting detected by the machines. Okay. Good to know. Best friend ever. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. You're having your cuddles with Poppy the bunny. Oh, I can pay an extra 50 cents for lychees. I would just be like throwing money at them, like add lychees to all the things. Yes. I agree. I think that if you're going to do a mosaic blanket, you should either do a mosaic border or the double border. But if Melissa was very determined, she didn't want to do either of those options. So I think that the border she chose still suited the blanket. I personally will be doing a plain double border. At least at this stage, it's plain. Yes, a plain double, because that's going to be a big enough job on this. Queensland has no new local cases. Woot woot. Thank you. That's 2 days in a row with no local cases, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hang on. I'm up to the end of the repeat. Claire says, I have an alarm set on my phone for this chat, but because of the daylight savings changed, it's an hour later for me. Yeah, I've had so many screw ups this week because of New South Wales and Victoria's daylight savings. I just, like, I nearly missed a primal video call because I came in an hour late, and I had some YouTube training that I had to really sit down and look at to work out what time, and it wasn't the time I thought it was, but luckily I worked it out early enough to still make it on time, and I've got more YouTube training today. So fingers are crossed. Oh. Where are we? Yeah, Melissa's Queen looks beautiful. It absolutely looks beautiful. Yeah, I think, and the colors, they're just gorgeous. Just so gorgeous. So, yes. So many things. Tim's got the day off today because he's being the chief driver of the Doge, going to the vet for his major surgery. Jackie says Queensland needs to get with the program and bring in daylight savings, just saying. All right, this is a bear poking issue slightly. I can see how it would work for the southeast corner of Queensland. Sure, no issues there. But having lived further north, there are places in Queensland where it's still sunlight at 9 o'clock already. So do we want to make it sunlight at 10 o'clock for them? Like, that's the thing. It's a tough call. They would need to put a line somewhere, but in Queensland. Honestly, I honestly don't think you could do daylight savings for the entire state. I personally think no one should be on daylight savings. So, yeah, that's what I think. Suck it up. If you don't like how dark it is, move. Yeah, Chintamia, yeah. So, and that's the thing. So I try to make sure I do that, but this thing on the other night, I had done that, but the email they'd sent actually had the wrong time because they'd gotten the daylight savings confused as well. So, yeah, luckily the Google ones are doing that for me, which is good. But yeah, like that is in the Google training I'm doing. So, oh, Chaos Creator, Lalani Miller, you need to answer the questions to be able to join the fun zone. Absolutely. If you don't answer the questions, you won't be allowed in. It's that simple. You'll just sit there in limbo forever. Daylight savings has daylight at 10:30 in summer. Yeah, I don't like that. I want to go to sleep. I don't sleep well in the light. It's not so much the dark, it's the light at 3 a.m. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. Yep, I'm with cancel. See, look, we're even divided in this group. Imagine being a politician talking to your constituents. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to agree because we all have different feelings on it. Absolutely, John. Electricity exists. Also, daylight curtains exist or blockout curtains exist. So, you know, if it's getting light, shut your blinds. Knitspin Girl says, I spent Sunday being very confused. Google Calendar said daylight savings started, but I didn't see anything on social media or the news. And the time didn't change on my phone. Oh, well, do you know what? The time changed on my phone. I must have been set to like the network time rather than Brisbane time. And I'd been up until like 1:30 in the morning. So just before daylight savings had kicked over at 2 a.m. Watching Nick Nimmon's live stream that he does. And I went to bed late, but I had to get up very early for going to bed at 1:30 to get Abby to work by 8 o'clock the next morning. So I had set my alarm for 7 to make sure that we were all up. And I thought, you know what, I can live with, 5.5 hours sleep. I can always have a nap in the afternoon if I'm tired. It's public holiday the next day, whatever. Then daylight savings had kicked in and pulled all my alarms forward. So my alarm didn't go off at 7. It went off at 6, which was 7 on my phone because it, and then Telstra rung to say, hi, are you still having problems? And I'm like, yeah, my problem is you're ringing at 7 o'clock in the morning. They're like, oh, it's 8 o'clock here. I'm like, well, it's not here. And they're like, oh, sorry. So, and then they got me, oh my God, you guys, my internet this week has, Thursday night last week, there was a thunderstorm. We had a little bit of a surge through the house. We didn't lose any appliances, nothing like that. We'd managed to unplug most things, right? Then, see, story time again. And then we realized that the internet wasn't working properly. So we went and rebooted the router and all that kind of stuff. And then to realize that our Telstra dumb, stupid router thing that they supply had switched over to 4G, which means that you're really limited on speed. So it is like, it's like slow. It's slow, and Tim's working from home, and I'm trying to work from home, and the internet was so I'm like on the phone to Telstra, and they're like, oh, try this, and I'm just like, I try all of this before I ring you because I don't want to ring you. I hate dealing with Telstra and their minions, and it makes me very angry because they're like, oh, have you tried a different cable? Yeah, I've tried 3. It doesn't work. Do you know what else I've tried? A second router, because your last one was dodgy, so we've got a replacement, and that's the one that's busted now. Tested both. They're both flicking over to the 4G. There's a problem. Oh, have you restarted your NBN router? Yes, I have restarted the NBN router. And it was just like on and on. Anyway, and they're like, okay, we're going to need you to do it all again, and then we'll call you back. So switch off the NBN, do all the process. They ring back and they go, oh, no, that didn't fix it. And you're like, no, we're going to need you to reset the Wi-Fi router. And I'm just like, will that fix it? Because if I reset the Wi-Fi router in this household, that's like a million things I have to go around and change. It's like, oh, sorry, yes, absolutely. So I reset the router and did nothing, didn't fix it, nothing. So, oh, okay, we're going to escalate the call. I'm like, okay, thanks. So I jump in and set the router back up so that the family can get access to everything, so that, I've got to reset the Wi-Fi extender for out here and the Google Home. You guys know the drill. There's so much stuff that you have popping off your Wi-Fi these days. So I just finished getting it all set up. An hour and a half later, hi, such and such here. We've got we've heard you've got some problems. We need to fix this, blah, blah, blah. They get me to do all the exact same stuff again, answer all the same questions. And I'm like, okay, because I'm in a chat. Like, if you just scroll up, all of this information's right there. Oh, I need you to answer it. Like, sure, like, because they'd copied. I'm like, I can copy and paste too. And I just copied and pasted. And they're like, and they actually wrote, wow, you seem a bit annoyed. Really? 2 days now. 2 days I've been trying to get this fixed, and I've been answering the same 6 questions for 2 days. Like, am I annoyed? Yes, I'm annoyed. Anyway, Telstra's on the list. It's on the list now. It's on the list now, Sally. Anyway, long story short, believe it or not, over multiple people messaging me, I had to reset the Wi-Fi 6 times between Thursday and Monday. And I'm just like, ugh, every single time. And I'm like, have you done anything on your end to make a change? Because if I reset this router and it does nothing, I'm going to be really ticked off. They're like, no, we've done some things. Anyway, they had to send out an NBN technician who, as of Saturday, they were going to be coming out on the 12th. And I was just like, great, the 12th, that's ages away. And I actually replied, I'm so glad you treat your business customers like this, because I would hate to be a residential customer. And then like the next morning, I got a phone call from the NBN mob organizing their appointments. They're like, we're so sorry, we're not going to be able to make it on the 12th. And I was just like, fine, when can you come? And they're like, we could do tomorrow morning. Are you available? I'm like, yes, please come tomorrow morning. So they were here. They replaced the NBN thing. The Telstra router's kind of fixed, but we had to use the old one that was dropping out all the time because the new one's toast. So anyway. I don't know. Anyway, off Telstra. Diana E wants to know some very important things. Does anyone know if Starbucks has this tea? Okay, so this is a mix of two different teas. They have mixed the mint iced tea and the lychee iced tea. Okay, so it's a blend. So if you can get lychee iced tea and if you can get mint iced tea, you should be able to get them to make it. I don't know what Starbucks has. A Telstra Halloween prank. But Telstra doesn't have a sense of humor. Stupid people, yes. Jackie says, how were they not already on the list? NBN was on the list. I know NBN was definitely on the list, but I don't think Telstra was on the list. For anyone wondering what the list is, it's this, I think Kim was keeping an actual physical list. I don't know if she still is. But there was at one stage a physical list of topics to not mention because I'd go off on a side rant, like what just happened, because things annoy me. And yeah, so there is the list. Or there was. I don't know if there still is. Yeah, we don't have Starbucks in Australia. Oh, no, we do. I think there are some Starbucks here. But it's not popular like in the US. We don't like their coffee. Their coffee is horrible. So Chintamani has it. Starbucks sucks. Absolutely. Australia doesn't do Starbucks. But I do think that Starbucks is here still somewhere. I prefer Zarafas. Yeah, I thought I'd seen one down on the Gold Coast. I thought I'd actually had coffee there, hoping it was better than what it was when I lived in Sydney 20 years ago when they were there with what was that book chain, that bookstore, Borders. I would walk past a Borders and Starbucks, mush together store to get home from work. I'd get off the train and walk past it and then go to my apartment block. So sometimes I would sit there and just have a coffee. And I realized I didn't like the coffee, but I did like their iced teas. So, and Optus is just as bad. Yes, it is. That should be on the list, Kim. I'm not sure if you're being mean, Claire, or if you actually want an answer, but the answer is sometimes. Because it used to always have 8 plies, which was why it was called 8 ply. Now it's just a weight. There could be 4, there could be 5, there could be 6. So, and if you're a hand spinner, there could be 2. So, our Chaos Creator is running through what's on the list. Tampon tax, Telstra, NBN. Tali says we do have them. They're just not big. Yep. Oh, here we go. Do it. Oh my God, you guys. There's another thread on Facebook. There's another one where someone is asking if they need to wash the blanket they're making as a gift. And someone wrote, no, because they may not like the detergent I use. Then use an unscented detergent, you numpty. And then it wouldn't be new. I responded. I responded to it because I'm so classy. Yeah. I responded something along the lines of, I always wash it because I don't crochet in white gloves, and I don't want to give the gift of dead skin cells and hand oil or whatever brand moisturizer I could be wearing. I don't know if there's been any responses. I might just have a quick look. Let's have a look. Let's see if people are upset with me. No, I can't see anything. I mean, that means nothing, really. No, I can't see anything at a glance. But yeah. Oh, here we go. We're still going. We're still going. Oh yeah, Claire was being cheeky. Good on you, Claire. Good on you. Oh yeah, yep. Here's another one. 2 4-ply yarns make us an 8. That's another. Yep. You guys are awesome. I can feel my blood pressure rising just reading the list, and I know you guys are just listing out what's on the list. And yep. Chintami, trifle, that's right. There is a correct trifle, and then there's what other people make. That's right. Wash it with salt to set the color. Yeah. On a side note, Alison still has a Starbucks, and she loves getting their pumpkin spice lattes. I've never had one. Are they good? I mean, I'm assuming they are. You get them, so. Yeah, green does not belong in trifle. No. Yes. Yep. I have left the station. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, it is. I know it is. I know. And I'm like I just live on the edge of this simmering rage. And then all you have to do is like a gentle poke, and I plop into the bucket of rage. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's trying to set me off. I think she's actually putting the things in that are on the list. Spiders are on the list as well. Potato salad. I don't know. Is potato salad on the list? I have a particular way that I like to make potato salad, but I do know it's not the only way. And I've tried making it another way, and my family went off on a tangent. Like my mum was just like, that's not it. Go home and make it again. Yeah. So Lisby just says trifle doesn't belong on the planet. Yep. Oh gosh. Wash the blanket. You don't know if people are allergic to anything. I'm allergic to half of the planet. One thing I can tell you right now is I would much rather rewash a blanket myself, knowing it's clean and not full of skin cells and hand oils, and that means that they've been able to double check it can survive a wash, rather than you wash it once yourself, and because they were lax in their end weaving in or whatever, that their tails have come out. Absolutely, you need to wash anything you hand make before you gift it, because I'm allergic to half the planet. Like every known scent. I'm actually suffering from a bit of an allergy on my neck at the moment. We can't work out what. And we've been double checking my dishwasher because I can only use one laundry detergent. And we're double checking that one hasn't changed its recipe. But even I still would expect someone to at least make an effort to wash the blanket. So even if I need to rewash it, at least I know it can survive a wash. And say, I washed it in this. If that's not okay, you need to rewash it. But knowing it has been washed, that sets my mind at ease, because I know that all that'll be in it, no pet hairs, no cigarette smoke, no food smells, no hand oils, nothing. Because most moisturizers I can't use myself. And if you're using a moisturizer on your hands, that's one I'm allergic to, and it's in every stitch of the blanket, you can't tell me you don't touch the blanket. Like, not just you, Ruth. This isn't 8 year Ruth. Don't panic. But yeah, just it's needs to be washed, because that's gross. No, and I'll probably avoid it now. So, yeah. It was a pseudo scorpion. Huh. I saw a video where someone was poking at their VR headset, saying, I always check my VR headset before I wear it, and a scorpion came out of it. And I'm just like, please tell me that was just a setup for a video, because no, hard no. I would never use my VR ever again. Now I poke my VR headset just in case, because it could be a spider. Yeah, and it's not to say anyone is gross or disgusting or anything like that at all, but the human body secretes natural oils. My hands currently right now look dry and gross, but I know full well that they are still secreting their natural oils, and that the blanket where I'm holding it will absorb some of it. And it's not to say anyone is gross or anything like that. It's just something that happens as humans, and our dead skin cells just flake off. We lose millions a day. So, yeah, millions. Francis says, as a spinner, I definitely wash all my handmade stuff. I always put my newly woven tea towels through a full machine wash. I want to know they're going to survive when I gift them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Laundry soap changing formula, deodorant changing formula, shampoo formula. I know, I've got to go through it all. And the thing is, the reaction is just down one side of my neck. So I actually think it might be, I may have had a bug walk on me, because if it's in such a, yeah, it's like it's totally itchy. So, on a totally different note, are they new glasses? Because they look very nice. Thank you. They're not new. No, but I did move some lights and things around, so they might look different. But thank you. I like them. They make it so I can see. I have cats and dogs and all that dander, and I use an unscented laundry detergent. Perfect. So then you could totally wash blankets before you gift them. Because I get that people are allergic to stuff. I really do. And I totally understand that. But if you are making things as gifts, maybe not you, Ruth, not you. I know what you're doing. But these people that are like, I could be washing them in something they're allergic to. If you're making a gift for somebody, what you could also do is buy an unscented laundry detergent like what Ruth's got, and wash it in that, just for them, even if that's not what you use for your day-to-day wash. You guys are hilarious, honestly. I probably sneezed on a project. Washing is mandatory. I'm just trying to think. I try not to sneeze on my craft, but I've sneezed and sneezed away. But I mean, spray's a thing. Aspen says my dish liquid has a recipe change, and as I'm washing the dishes, my lips and throat started swelling and oh my goodness. Oh yes, wow. Companies should definitely make it clear when they change. I agree. Like new formulation or something like that. Like they make it sound like it's good, but at least those of us that are allergic to the world can go, oh, that's got a new formulation. I might need to check it. John says, I run my crochet stuff through 2 washer-dryer cycles. This wool blanket's going to love that. Watch your wool, John. Make sure you stick it on a wool setting, or you will felt the crap out of that. Although, I mean, you're crocheting it, so it's pretty tight. Just saying. You may not notice it if it felts. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't use Lux Soap Flakes. They're too highly scented. Yeah. Dido says shampoo and conditioner work for her. Awesome. Gonna go out and do that. Awesome. Maybe one of those itch-making fairy caterpillars. I've fallen foul of them before. The itchy rash. It was days. Yeah, it's been 3 days now. But I don't remember a bug, but I do remember going out and raiding the mulberry tree because the mulberry tree's got like tons of good fruit at the moment. So I just stand out there eating it straight off the tree. I don't even wash it. So it could have anything on it. My ex is allergic to air. Everything makes her break out. We had to use all free and clear to wash the clothes because she's allergic to Tide. Yeah, I can use what's it called? It's a Biozet, but none of the scented Biozets is a plain one. And that's it. And that's the only one I've been able to use since I was a kid. If that disappears, I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. Oh, there you go. Holly's got one particular laundry detergent that doesn't have any fragrance. Fantastic. Oh, ouch. All right. And that's why Vampire gets to decide if you have pizza for lunch. Jackie, I appreciate you keeping on the time today. I know that you guys, would much prefer it if I hung out here. And I would too, truth be known. I would too. But I will have to scoot soon. We have a place here called Bath and Body Works, and out of the whole shop, I can use 1 cent. Gosh, do you know what? A lot of those shops I can't walk into. There's a place, it's at Garden City. Abby loves it. They do like shampoo balls and bath bombs, and I can't think of the name of it. But she has to go and by herself. I can't go in. I walk in and just go and Dusk, the candle shop, same thing, can't go in there. Yeah. Lush, that's it, Lush. That's the one. Cannot go there. Oh, Abby loves it so much, and I just can't. And Dusk as well. There's both of them. I can't do either. And going into like Myers stores where they have that big like perfume, beauty area at the front where they basically, I know the staff walk in, get their scent of the day and spray it in the air. I basically have to be like, okay, I need to get from here to the clothing section that's over there and up the escalator. I've got to get to the escalator without a breath. And it's just like, and they just like, would you like, I'm like, no, just keep walking. And Abby like clears away so that I could got like a clear little pattern, because I don't run anywhere or walk fast. But I've got like this little, like, I can go quickly. I can make it without breathing. I can do it. And I get onto the escalator step and I'm like, okay. I don't normally have problems with fragrances, but even I can't stay in a Lush store for very long. I know, they're full on, aren't they? And it's like the mix of all the scents as well. Like Abby knows which scents I'm actually allergic to. So she makes sure she doesn't buy any of those. But sometimes she'll like 3 or 4 candles in a bedroom that are all different smells. And I walk past and I'm like, oh my God, Abby, you trying to kill me? Yeah, like I look at them, I go and hang out like at the Lush store at Garden City. They've got a long glass wall down one side away from the door, so I can have a good look, which is cool. Yeah, that's right. People feel that they're not getting clean if they don't get the lather. Does the mask help? Look, I honestly don't know. I just avoid them. I would say the mask definitely helps when I walk past a lady who has lathered herself in perfume. It definitely helps there. Anyway, guys, we didn't get much craft done today because I did go on a Telstra rant. I'm sorry. It has been so awesome catching up, and I'm so sorry we have to have a short one today. But I will see you again next week for a normal time live stream. Hopefully the internet's still working, because it's working now. And you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the fun zone. All right? Bye.